Hey there. Welcome to your first step towards conquering the chaos of daily tasks with MyLifeOS on ClickUp. I'm your host, Arun, productivity expert and a verified ClickUp consultant. Today, you're joining me as we deep dive into the system that's going to put you back in charge of your tasks, your notes, projects, and resources. Let's get cracking. First off, what is MyLifeOS? Imagine a magic wand that sorts all your tasks, documents, online resources, and projects. So you can focus on actually doing what you love instead of sweating over what you need to do next. It's not just a template, it's your new best friend in productivity. Before we leap into the setup, we need to first install the template. This is common for whichever tier of the system you buy. When you complete your purchase, you will be presented with this link. If you don't already have ClickUp, this would prompt you to install it. If that is the case, you can consider using my affiliate link in the description box below to try it out for yourself and later choose to buy it at the best available price. MyLifeOS will work with the free version of ClickUp, albeit with a limited volume of tasks per month. But if you want to continue using the automations and custom fields, I'd recommend any of the paid plans on ClickUp. While it is tempting to just start, let's first decode the structure on MyLifeOS. You need the driving lessons before you can enjoy the car. The MyLifeOS system can be broken up into 3 parts: capture, organize, and review. Let's start with the capture phase. This is where you throw in everything that pops into your mind: your emails, the text that you need to reply to, preparation for an upcoming meeting, a PDF someone shared and you meant to get back to it. If it needs your attention sooner or later, drop it right in. Next up, organize, my personal Zen moment. Here's where we sort those ideas and tasks into neat little boxes, or as we like to call them, destinations. And yes, it is as satisfying as it sounds. This brings us to the godfather of the system, the review process. Working quietly in the background, the review system keeps an eye on all the tasks in the MyLifeOS system and lets you know when you need to strike. Views are sorted and grouped by priority, due dates, and current status. The review system presents tasks to you in a cadence that will keep you engaged with the trees and the forest as well. You'll tackle what's hot and keep an eye on not so hot without breaking a sweat. Theory is over, practicals begin. Start with your universal inbox. When you first load the template, this is sort of what it would look like. So it's helpfully labeled Start Here. This is our capture phase in action. While these tasks are given to ease you into the particular template, you can even click on some of these tasks and get more details on how they are operated, as well as get some helpful hints on how to use them. I'm going to take you through from a clean slate. Let me start by deleting these tasks. And let me bring in some of the actual tasks that I am concerned with today. So I have 8 tasks here for you. Let's process them as we would in a normal day. This Start Here is purely an inbox. So my role here is to purely add context to these tasks and send them to their respective destination. The easiest way to do that is from left to right. Take task 1 and return suede shoes. They didn't fit me well. Fine, it's my job. And I need to do that within the next 7 days, which is the free return period. So I think I have a slot on Tuesday. And are they urgent? Yes. Are they important? Not really. And the destination, where they belong, this is mostly work for my family. And as you notice, the moment I put in the destination, that task with the shoes has vanished. Don't worry, the task is still there. It's just moved from your inbox. We'll come to it in the organize phase. Now, diorama for the school fair. Let me quickly process through some of these tasks and we'll come to it. Let's see now. I'm the assignee. I don't know a due date yet. And therefore, this is less urgent, but it is important. And this, again, is for my family. Let's quickly process with some of the other tasks as well. Dinner with friends. Yep. I'd like to do it by next weekend. Not very urgent. not very important. And it's a social affair. Let's see now. The PTA meeting. Let's see. I am the assignee. We know the due date. Is it urgent? No. But by God, it is important. Again, it's a social affair. Now, clean up the children's bedroom. This, I'd like to get it done by the last week this month. So it makes it less urgent, very important. And this is a home-related activity. So we just process this one task at a time, left to right. Garage remodeling by the end of this month. There's a lot to be done, so I'm going to call this both urgent as well as important. And this is a home-related activity. Publish YouTube video. And this is due today, making it quite urgent, quite important indeed. And it has more to do with my work. The weekly workout, typically I do it thrice a week, but we'll address how to handle that. Not urgent, or it is something I consider important. And this is part of my wellness. So this is ground zero, where all tasks land before they know where to go. With a sprinkle of automation, magic, we'll have them flying to their rightful places, as you just saw. Remember, it's not just about managing tasks. It's all about managing your energy. Okay, let's sprint along with these tasks and see where they went. Once processed from the inbox, which is the start here, tasks move into their destinations, which allow similar tasks to live along with their kind. This allows us to build destination containers that are a logical fit for those tasks. Let's take a look at a few examples, and you will see some of the familiar tasks that we just moved in here. So here we are. Return suede shoes that are a bad fit. As soon as I mark them as urgent and less important, ClickUp has assigned a priority to that. I can put in a quick comment saying what I need to do with this task. And this is what we can do in containers. We can add more context to these tasks. And we can also update ClickUp on the progress that we are with these tasks. So connect them from the box along with seat. All right. And so I'm already working on this task. Let's go to another example. We have dinner with friends. Again, ClickUp has assigned a priority to these tasks. There's nothing I need to do on this one, but I do need to get a response from my friends on this one. So this task is waiting to attend the PTA meeting. This, according to me, is of low importance at this stage, but we'll see as we go along. Now, here's one of the things where I can come in and break this up into further tasks. So garage remodeling would require more activities as we go along. So let me quickly add one or two subtasks to see how I need to get through it. For this, the first thing to do is get design options, get a quote. There are more steps to come, but we will fix them as we go along. And when I'm ready for it, I'm going to add assignees and add due dates for these subtasks as well. ClickUp allows you to add more context to these tasks as you go along. Let's keep moving. Now that I've started work on this, call it this way, cleaning up the children's bedroom, we'll come to it. Now, publish YouTube video. Now this task requires more context, and it obviously cannot be done with just one step as we saw. So here's what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to add a set of subtasks to it. You can even copy paste subtasks from notes that you would have prepared, allowing you to add multiple subtasks at the same time. Subtasks get the same level of control that you get for the main task, which means that you can assign it to yourself, or if you have bought it for your family or members within your small teams, you can add them as assignees over here and give it to them as well. You can even choose multiple tasks or subtasks together and change their statuses in one go. So I can set assignees, make all of it for myself, and add separate due dates for each of these. However, since this main task is new today, there is every chance that every single one of this has to be run today itself. So let's leave this for now. And of course, this is an extremely urgent task. Let's look at another example. Weekly workout. As I mentioned, this is something that I do multiple times in a week. So as far as ClickUp is concerned, me giving it a single due date means that every week I'll have to come and create this task time and time again. Why not opt for a recurring task? And let's do just that right now. So let's take a closer look at this while we work on it. So ClickUp allows you to jump into this task and set a recurring feature. So how do I treat this task? If I mark it purely as weekly, it shows the various options that would be the next task dates. But I want to go a little bit more detailed, and I encourage you to come into this window and test it out yourself. You can click on custom, and from there, you can choose the frequency with which you do the exercise. So I do it Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. When I complete a task, I'd like ClickUp to generate a new task. And that should be all right. I can check what details I want to carry forward from my previous task as well. And I want this to recover forever, or as long as I'm alive to do this task. I save that. Okay. Now, I want to spend a few extra minutes on a special container called storage. You can pull off quite a few tricks here. Let's go to storage first. Let's first take a look at some of the things that are different in this container that you may not have seen in any of the other containers. First off, these are not tasks. These are boxes, as you can see. So storage is a special destination which allows you to move many of your resources, whether they are notes, whether they are links that you want to get back to, PDF that someone submitted for your attention, receipt that you'd like to store in order to retrieve later. I should have kept my shoe receipts right here, and that would have made life easier for me to find it when I need it. Web pages, web apps that you're interested in getting back to, just about anything you want. It was tempting to create multiple containers for multiple types of objects, but in the interest of simplicity, as well as the ability to find and categorize them, ClickUp has the ability to attach context fields to containers and allow them to group and sort by those context fields. Let's look at a few examples that I've already created here. So this would be a place where you can create a task and attach a scanned receipt. I can upload a file from my computer. I can link it to my Google Drive. I can even connect it to OneDrive and SharePoint or many other cloud drives as well. ClickUp natively stores documents, and depending on your free plan or your paid plan, you could have anywhere between 100 megabytes of storage to unlimited storage right here. If the object was a web link, I could very well enter the URL right here, allowing me to come back here and sort them by the kind of link they are and what they refer to. So if, for example, I want to talk about my own website, so let's say workliferepeat.com. So ClickUp automatically recognizes the link style, and I want to give it, so the context, the object type is, it is a link. I do not have much change there. And this is something where you can add more context depending on your specific lifestyle and the requirements of the kind of links that you gather, objects that you gather. So in my case, I can add more context saying this has to do with productivity. My website is all about productivity. And you can similarly add more objects, and every time you come in here, you get a chance to click add a new object. You can define the type of object it might be. So it might be a web highlight. I'm just calling it a web highlight, but it could be specific. You could rename it the way it makes sense to you. And the moment I add that, I can add a description to that particular object long before I attach any files to it or any links to it. If I want to describe it further, let's say it's a tool to record your screen. To read more for buying it. And so it's an article that I need to read to understand the screen. The moment I add it, you can see a pop-up comes and it's letting you know it's currently empty in the sense that there is no context given to it. So once I attach the web highlight over here, I can let you know what it is. It is actually reading material for me. So it's part of media or as a document. Of course, you might have noticed that I can attach multiple contexts to the same task. And yes, other than being a media object type, it has to do with productivity, and it also has to do with video, and that puts it in its own category, and it has to do with presentation. And over here, I can attach the URL. If it's an attachment of something that I have downloaded, I can connect it here. That's storage in a nutshell. So we've got some tasks, given them context, and parked them in fancy containers in offices. What next? When do you get to, sink your teeth into them? And that's where the review system takes over. The review system is where action items meet their maker. Tasks are queued up here automatically and subtly urge you into action. Let's move through some of these tasks together. If you reach the review system, you can see tabs right up here. So there is overview, which is just a fancy way of saying that it's looking at everything together. But let's look at what's immediate action. Of course, publish the YouTube video. It has to be done today, and it is of highest importance. And for that reason, this task is already here in immediate action, which basically lets me know, forget everything else, focus on this first. So we are in the process. So I'm pushing it today. And yeah, I have drafted the script. Visual elements are still in progress at this stage. Before they're published, you'd have them. I have done a practice run. Recording is in progress. Submit to editor and upload will come later. So I'm processing through this task. If I need to, I can add some more comments for this. And anybody whom I have shared this task with would be able to see the comments as well. Daily review takes over items both from the immediate action, but it also looks at tasks that are overdue, as well as tasks that are upcoming in the next 7 days. So here that is. I have to return my suede shoes. That's come in here. As you can see, it picks up tasks from different containers. It has tasks from work, it has tasks from my family destination, as well as my wellness task as well. So this is due tomorrow, and that's why it's already popped up in here. The next kind of task that I look at is my weekly review. As the name suggests, these are tasks that might be part of larger projects and require me to only look at them once a week to make sure that the overall progress is in the right direction. And this casts a wider net over the tasks inside and make sure that tasks that are upcoming in over the entire month is visible for me, and I can take decisions on how to modify them. And last but not least, we have undefined tasks. So undefined tasks looks at this list and picks up those tasks which do not have all the contextual data they need. The most important ones being assignee, due date, priority. If any of these are missing, undefined tasks picks them up and lets you know that, hey, you clearly need more information for these tasks. And once I fill in that information, it'll go back out of here and rejoin either the immediate action, daily or weekly reviews. So let's say I have to prepare a diorama for the school fair. If I remember that I did not have a due date, now all of a sudden I know that the due date is on Friday, and this is suddenly a high priority item now. As you can see, it has vanished from here. And if I now go back into my weekly reviews, I should be able to see prepare diorama for school fair. It has now appeared over here. So this allows the tasks to live in their specific containers, but yet knock at my door when it needs my attention. So from immediate actions to daily and weekly reviews, every task gets the attention it deserves. It's like having a personal assistant who's always got your back. Each of these views look at your task from a specific lens to make sure you know what's important in that specific moment. Once you bring your smartphone into the picture, the utility factor jumps up a level. Whether you're on Team Android or iOS, there is an app for you that allows you to quickly add tasks, update statuses on those tasks, observe and change the priority, add images, screenshots, and even voice recordings. And yes, this app is available with all variants. And if you are downloading this template, as well as the user guide, I highly recommend that you can take the app as well for your specific platform, because on the run, this would be the fastest way to add your thoughts, tasks, excerpts from your texts, anything that you read on the website, all into the system and you would be able to access it and edit it from any platform that you choose to use, whether it is your laptop or it is your mobile phone still. That's MyLifeOS in a nutshell, and it's ready to level you up. How about you? Head over to the link in the description to buy your copy today. But wait, there's more. If you're loving this walkthrough and feeling like a productivity superhero, why stop here? Grab the full MyLifeOS user guide along with the template to dive deeper into the customization options that will turbocharge your efficiency. This isn't just about organizing tasks and notes. It's about revolutionizing how you manage your day-to-day life. The guide covers advanced tips on adding new containers, tweaking automations, setting up dashboards, pairing it with simple yet powerful extensions, and building routines that stick, all in your control. It's like having a productivity coach in your pocket. So, if you're ready to take your organizational skills to the next level, click the link below to purchase the user guide and template. Trust me, it's an investment in your future self that you won't regret. Don't miss out on the opportunity to make the most out of your MyLifeOS system. It's time to boost your productivity, reduce stress, and achieve more every day. Let's do it together. And there you have it, folks. A system that grows with you, adapts to you, and make sure you're on top of your game. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share your journey with us in the comment below. If you know a friend, family member, or colleague who would benefit from the system, point them to the link in the description below. The first 100 users get a 25% discount. Offer code is in the description. Until next time, stay organized to stay harmonized.